Hey, honey.
Yeah, what's up?
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Retro Reviews, a review show where I go through my copious amounts of D&D and other gaming books and supplements one at a time. And to keep me from rambling, we have Laura.
Hey, everybody. So I'm going to ask a bunch of questions to keep us on track.
All right.
So first question, what are we reviewing tonight?
We are reviewing Dungeon Magazine number 93.
Let's see, where did you get it?
I believe because, this one I got at the Comics Plus in Ellsworth, Maine.
I think it's upside down.
No, this one, so at a certain point, Dungeon Magazine started also printing Polyhedron, which is the D20 magazine, when the D20 Modern, it was like a lead up to D20 Modern. So it's the same magazine, it's just all the D20 Modern stuff is in the back and on the flip side.
I see.
Yep.
We've got a little...
Climby, bitey ghost behind us. But
Yeah, he's very distracting. Okay, anyways. Do you want to give us a quick synopsis of the adventures inside?
Yep, like I've said earlier, each Dungeon Magazine comes with a bunch of adventures. So the first one in this is called Vanity. It's for 5th level characters. The background story of this is an ogre and his band of bugbears have kidnapped an elven maiden for ransom. And they're holed up in a forgotten tomb of the adventurer Dory Taviena.
What's a bugbear?
A bugbear, it's part of the family of goblins. So you got like goblins, orcs, ogres, bugbears. Bugbears are more intelligent.
Is it like half bug and half bear?
No, they're just beefy and hairy like a bear. It's like a hairy goblin. Not goblin, like a hairy orc. Alright, the ghost is off.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, so you got the bugbears.
And their ogre boss held up in an adventurer's tomb.
With the kidnapped maiden.
Yep. And the tomb is full of priceless treasures that are books and paintings and sculptures of the adventurer Dory, who is very proud of himself.
Okay.
Like his journals and everything like there. Actually, I've been trying to figure out which adventure, because I remember I told my buddy Josh Scott about an adventure in my Dungeon magazines, and it was one that he wanted to run, and I remembered that this is actually the one he wanted me to make sure that I let him know what it is. So, Josh Scott, it's in Dungeon Magazine number 93, so you can find it.
Okay.
The next one is Statue Garden. It's for 9th level players. It's one of the little side quest ones where you can just add it into an adventure wherever it fits. Medusa and her company. And company has a lair. Like the people that are working with Medusa are found. Like it's like a one that's designed to be underground, where you're doing in the Underdark. You just come across a random Medusa's lair.
Okay.
Yeah. The next one is Swamp Stomp. And it's for 4th level. The PCs are hired to deal with lizard folk, but learn of an inventor that's causing trouble and causing the drama. Like the lizard folk are all nice and peaceful, and there's this inventor who's basically trying to get the swamp away from the lizard. He's like trying to appropriate the swamp, get the lizard people cleared out of the swamp so he can take the land. So this is like one of those ones where it's like if you've got like a party of what they call murder hobos, which are basically like adventurers that just go out and kill anything they can and steal treasure. This is actually to be like, if they go and do that to the lizard folk, they're all like, wait, are we the bad guys? Wait, so it's a nice little moral quandary adventure. One cool supplemental rule that's in here is mosquito hazards. So it's the rules for what they call swamp fever. So mosquitoes bite you and you get a fever. Yeah. Then there's the critical threat. I believe this is when they started introducing critical threats. If they didn't talk about this if I didn't talk about this in the last episode, then yeah. So the critical threat for this one is a Drider, which is a half elf, half underdark elf, half spider creature, and it's just her lair and tips and tactics. Yep, for fighting Driders in their lair, like how to run them as a monster. And yes, my note is this is a new feature of Dungeon Magazine going forward. Next after that is the title cover adventure, the Stormlord's Keep. This was at the time when the Epic Level Handbook came out. So this is actually the first time they've printed like an Epic Level adventure. So this one's designed for 21st level players. It runs a kind of classic adventure. The Stormlord's daughter has been kidnapped, and now the evil Stormlord, which is a cloud giant, is throwing a rampage because somebody took his daughter.
Good reason to have a rampage.
Yeah, and it's a good example for how to run those higher level adventures. Next section in the book is actually one of the reasons to get this one, if you can find it. It actually has the writer's guidelines for submitting for publication. It's got lots of tips and tricks, how stuff that you can do to be able to focus to get a good to get your adventure published in there. And it also talks about how to write the critical threats articles.
Do they still publish these?
They don't still publish these, but if you are looking to publish adventures on like Drive-Thru DM, Drive-Thru RPG, or DM's Guild, or any other websites where you can write your adventures and then publish them for people to download for like a couple bucks, it is a good guideline because you also get formatting tips for how to outline it.
So it's still useful today?
It's still useful today as a writer's guideline.
Like adaptable?
Yep.
Yeah, cool.
And alright, for the Polyhedron side of the magazine, because they were leading up to the release of D20 Modern, which was a modern day setting using the D&D rules, instead of an adventure in here, there's actually a mini RPG called Thunderball Alley, which is inspired by all of those like cross-country race movies, such as Cannonball Run, The Blues Brothers. Well, there's driving across the country. There wasn't really a race, but Death Race 2000, Smoking the Bandit, and Dukes of Hazzard is a bunch of different examples they had referenced as their source, as their inspiration material. So it's basically like how to do adventures with a fast car, crazy stuff like that.
Cool.
It only has 10 levels, but live D20 Modern stuff only went to level 10 because we designed not to be like these big epic slogs to high levels. And it's got vehicle stats for modern day cars and trucks and stuff like that, and firearms. So if you're looking just to get that kind of stuff and like put it into a D&D campaign, like if you're running, there was a cartoon I used to watch as a kid called Cadillacs and Dinosaurs. Well, I was more of a young, like early teens, like tweens. And I was still watching cartoons, yes. But that was cool because you had these people driving souped up hot rods and guns, and there were dinosaurs everywhere. Yeah, but that is the magazine in its nutshell.
Okay, so what are you going to be keeping from this magazine?
I think because there is the adventure that I want to run, the Vanity one, because I know Josh wants to play that, and I think a lot of the source, I got rid of my D20 Modern books a while back, but having the source material for modern day firearms and cars and stuff like that, because the more I think about it, like a Cadillacs and Dinosaur style D&D game would be really cool. So I'm probably going to copy all of the, like photocopy those sections out.
Okay. They keep the writer's guidelines also?
I think I possibly will keep those as well.
It'd be good to have.
I think it'd be good just to have them as some reference material. So there is some stuff I plan on keeping out of this before I start condensing down a big pile of my magazines I want to make like a Bible of collection of stuff, and then photocopies.
And just put in a binder.
Well, I want to do the photocopies, and that way I can sell the magazine,
Yeah.
possibly.
Yeah, but then put them in like
Yeah, the binder, Bible, like.
compiled together.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Okay, well those are all my questions. What about you, Ghosty? Do you have questions?
I think he's just like, when am I going to get attention?
Um,
Alright, well, yeah, that's all I got. Actually, seeing how we're going to be starting to talk about the D20 modern supplement stuff that's going to be in the Dungeon magazines for a bit. What was everybody's, if you played a modern day role-playing game using like the D20 rules, what was your favorite one? Leave that down in the comment section down below, and that's all for me.
okay. Well, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, pleasure having you. As always, to check out my collection of nerd stuff, and I guess we'll see you next time.
Yeah, see you next week.
Peace.
Bye, everybody. Hey, everybody. Thanks for staying till the end of the episode. Remember to like, share, subscribe. Follow us on Facebook at Board Barista Productions. And if you want to support us, Patreon link at the bottom.